What went wrong with Indian system that there has been insufficient healthcare facilities which are proving detrimental to the vulnerable citizens. In this video, we will talk about social capital. So, social capital is one thing which needs to be given importance because economic capital in the absence of social capital has proven to be insufficient in accessing healthcare facilities. Illness is universal, but healthcare is not, and this is the reason why everything is happening. So, what is social capital? So, it is a sense of belonging and it brings great benefits to people as it consists of trust, mutual understanding, shared values, and behavior that bind people together or members of the community in order to make cooperative action possible. So, you must be thinking why I am talking about this topic despite the ongoing crisis. So, the thing is, our country has over 500 direct benefit transfer schemes for which central government, state government, and line departments are responsible. However, these schemes have not reached those in need, and the pandemic has revealed that we need universal social security, which is of utmost importance right now. So, it will help in absorbing the impact of external shocks on our vulnerable population. Now, we are having healthcare programs, but there is a need for universal healthcare program. Let me give you an example. In the country of Ireland, there is poor law system and it was introduced in 19th century in order to provide relief that was financed by local property taxes. So these laws were not only for providing timely assistance but also for maintaining the dignity and respectability of the poor while doing so. So these were not designed as handouts but as necessary responses to a time of economic crisis. And if we have a look at the social welfare system in Ireland today, then it has got fourfold apparatus and it consists of social insurance, social assistance, universal schemes, and extra benefits or supplements. If we talk about India, we have such an example like Universal Healthcare Program that India ran successfully, and it is the Pulse Polio Universal Immunization Program. But what went wrong that the country is witnessing multiple crises which consists of mass inter and intra-migration, crumbling healthcare infrastructure, and food insecurity. So the answer to this question is that the existing schemes in India are fractionalized across various departments and sub-schemes, and this is where we fail in data collection and in the last mile delivery of the services which these schemes need to provide to the vulnerable people. So having a universal system would improve the ease of application by consolidating the data of all eligible beneficiaries under one database, and it can also reduce exclusion errors. Like if we talk about Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, it is one scheme that can be strengthened into universal social security, and it already consolidates the public distribution system, and there are many other provisions like providing gas cylinders, PM Ujjwal Yojana, and then wages for the Manrega workers. But social assistance schemes are provided on the basis of an assessment of needs, and we need to have a universal scheme that would take away this exclusion barrier. For example, in public distribution system, we can link it to a universal identification card such as Aadhaar card or voter ID card in absence of ration card, because many people who were beneficiaries of this scheme were unable to seek the benefits due to problems they faced during registration. So this will enhance the exclusion barrier and it will lead to better implementation of the schemes, which will be useful for migrant population as well, because in the present times due to the COVID crisis many people are migrating and probably they are poor, they cannot afford food grains. So if we have universal system, universal public distribution system, then the beneficiaries can take the benefits in any of the states of India, which is the most important thing right now, because if the schemes are not fulfilling its provisions, then the scheme is of total waste. So, similarly, like other schemes and welfare provisions related to education, maternity benefits, disability benefits can also be made universal, which would help in better implementation of the scheme as well as in enhancing the standard of living of the people. Therefore, we need to map the state and central schemes in a consolidated manner in order to avoid duplication, inclusion, and exclusion errors in welfare delivery. Because India is one of the largest welfare states in the world, and despite this thing, the pandemic has pushed an estimated 75 million people into poverty. And not only this, the second wave has brought even the middle and upper class citizens to their knees. So, being a welfare state, it is the responsibility to eradicate poverty, bring social equality, and deliver goods and services to the deprived and the vulnerable. And the growth of social capital leads to evolution of a healthy civil society, which is very much important so that the government and the society hand in hand can work together in order to improve the infrastructure and the needed developments in India. And it is only possible if we have a universal system which will take care of data digitization, data driven decision making, and collaboration across government departments, and hence the problems which are occurring due to the fractionalization of the schemes can be eradicated. So at last I would say that instead of having 500 direct benefit transfer schemes, we need to have universal programs, be it for healthcare, be it for education, or all the other sectors, because universal social security is of utmost importance. So this is all about this video, and thank you so much for watching and stay safe.